still read that sometimes. Now, I don't read it all the time, but I love to read the story. It's a great story. Y'all remember the three little pigs? Yeah. Y'all remember the three little pigs? These three little pigs, they decided that they were going to make a name for themselves, leave their mother's house and go build their own house. So they all went off on their way. The first little pig is walking down the street, sees a man pushing a wheelbarrow of straw, says, "Hey man, give me your straw. I want to build me a house." He builds his house, he's living good. The wolf walks down the street, looks inside the window. You know, you shouldn't leave your blinds open all the time. People are always looking in. The big bad wolf looks inside the window. Then, little pig, let me come in. He says, not by the hair of my chin. So he said, okay, well I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. And so the little pig, the big bad wolf began to huff and to puff. And he blew that house in, and the traditional story of that text says that the wolf ate the pig. So now, the second pig is walking down the street the next day, heard about his brother being evil, heard about how the wolf got to him. So now he said, well, I'm going to build my house out of something stronger. He walks down the street, finds a man pushing a wheelbarrow full of sticks. He says, hey man, give me your sticks so I can build me a house. Builds his house, he's living in there real good. The big bad wolf is coming walking down the street. Now the blinds were not open, but the window was. And so he heard the pig in there oinking, oinking. And so the big bad wolf, little pig, let me come in. Little pig had already heard about his brother, but wanted to check. Looked at the peephole. Not by the hair of my chin. So the big bad wolf says, well, I'm going to huff, I'm going to puff, I'm going to blow your house in. The wolf begins to huff and to puff and to puff and to huff, and he blew his house in and ate that little pig. That last little pig is walking down the street the day after that, and he heard about his two brothers. He said, no, that's not going to be me. No, that's not going to be me. So he said, I'm going to build my house out of something real strong. Walks down the street and sees a man pushing a wheelbarrow full of bricks. He says, hey man, give me your bricks so I can build me a house. Builds his house, he's living good. Locks the windows, locks the doors, shuts the blinds. But he forgot he had set out his mailbox that said, third little pig. So the big bad wolf, walking down the street, sees this mailbox. Little pig, let me come in. Says, not by the hair of my chin. Wolf said, fine, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. So he begins to huff and to puff and to puff and to huff and to huff and to puff and to puff and to huff, and he could not blow this house in. He got frustrated, decided he was going to go down the chimney. He said, I'll fix you. If I can't get in through the door, I'm going to get in through the roof. Goes on top of the chimney, goes down the chimney, but the little pig set up a cooking pot. Lit a fire under it. And when the wolf fell down into the pot, the pig shut the pot and ate the little wolf. What am I saying to you? If you are building your life under a house that is made of straw, the big bad wolf of persecution, the big bad wolf of evil, the big bad wolf that will try and take you out, will eat you. If you build your house under the house of stick, be sure that you might hold up a little bit longer. But that big bad wolf of evil, that big bad wolf of persecution is going to eat you. But if you build your house around the cornerstone, which the builder rejected, around the rock of our foundation, that brick, that strong tower, rest assured that not only will he not get you, but you will overcome evil. You will overcome persecution. Martin Luther King, during his march, during the civil rights, sometimes he would get a little weary. Sometimes he'd get a little afraid. Sometimes he didn't want to go on like he knew he had to. And so he used to pray this prayer.